Yo, what up? This is your boy T, and we are back live talking Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Berto. It is official. Press conference happened. September the 12th is signed, sealed. Hopefully that it delivers. Well, that's the big thing. Most people think that Floyd took the easy way out. They probably think the fight is not going to deliver. Even me, myself, being a huge Floyd Mayweather fan, I'm not super hyped from this fight. But let's break it down. Why are we not hyped? Well, let's say some of us. Floyd just beat the man that people said was the man. So anybody, well, almost anybody he faced after that, he's going to get ridiculed, backlash for picking that person. People wanted to see him go over and fight Triple G, somebody who's naturally bigger. They always trying to put Floyd in a situation to where he's in a losing situation. He's a champion, but you're telling this man to go somewhere else and fight somebody else that's younger, bigger, stronger, at a higher weight that he can't even make the couple of times he had done. But let's get past that. That's a whole total different subject. I want to talk about Andre Berto. I want to talk about Amir Khan. Keith one-time Thurman, just throw some names out there, because people saying, well, why didn't he fight Amir Khan? That would have been a better fight. Why didn't he fight Keith Thurman? That would have been a better fight. To be honest, no matter who he fought, they would have made an excuse, and I'm going to try to touch into that. It is late, so my brain is not always clicking, but I am going to try to TikTok it to you the best way possible. Andre Berto, one time, a few years back, maybe a little more than a few years back, he was one of the top guys they thought, a prospect that can probably beat Floyd Mayweather. He was undefeated, he was strong, he was fast, and he delivered. I do remember them questioning sometimes his opponents, facing somebody that they can actually take him to the next level. Well, I remember when Andre Berto fought Victor Ortiz. Floyd Mayweather was sitting ringside. Now, I believe that, maybe a majority of people thought Andre Berto was going to win this fight. Victor Ortiz was a very strong fighter, newly to the 147. He actually quit against Marcos Maidana. Even I thought that Andre Berto will take this fight. Victor Ortiz, proved differently. He was hungry. He took the fight to Berto. He won that fight. And it seems like, after he won that fight, Victor Ortiz got the nod. Mayweather fought Victor Ortiz instead. We all know what happened on that fight. The headbutting and the punching, we're not going to go into that. Well, again, Berto's in another big fight. Robert Guerrero was calling out Floyd Mayweather. He has now moved up to 147, and he just pretty much roughed up, beat up, dominated, frustrated Andre Berto the whole fight. A big difference in this fight is Andre Berto wasn't fighting like Andre Berto. Andre Berto was fighting like a carved out shavings of a Floyd Mayweather. He was trying to shoulder roll, and it's different from doing that. Everyone can't shoulder roll. You got your shoulder up, protect your chin. Some of them are too square. When I say too square, almost like I'm facing you now. You can take shots. You really want to be lean, and you want to tuck your chin behind your shoulder and raise so you can roll with it. Not that I'm an expert, but hey, I know a little bit about a little bit, so I'm gonna give you something. All right. He lost to Robert Guerrero. After he lost Robert Guerrero got the stepping stone to Floyd Mayweather. For a while now, it was like Andre Berto was being used as a stepping stone to get to Floyd Mayweather, so it was crazy. I think he won a fight after that, then he lost to Soto Carras, and then I think he bounced back now, he's on a 2-fight winning streak. So, I guess it's safe to say that he never beat a big enough name to deserve that Floyd Mayweather fight. Every time he reached that pedestal, he kept getting knocked down. But let's talk about Amir Khan. Okay. Now, before Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao, and even when there was talk about him facing Amir Khan or Marcus McDonough, people was giving him grief if he fought Amir Khan. They was giving this guy ridicule, taking the easy way out, blah, 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 blah. You know, now all of a sudden, fight Amir Khan, he's the best fight for you. You know, it's crazy how things switch for people, you know, when they run out of options. Now, Amir Khan, in my eyes, has always been one of those guys that was similar to Andre Berto, different but similar to Andre Berto, was one fight away from really having a real foothold on being able to contest to fight Floyd Mayweather. You know, I think he was up there and he fought, not sure in the order, I'm thinking either Danny Garcia, and Danny Garcia, you know, hurt him real bad. I think he hit him with a counter punch, counter caught between his neck. He never truly recovered from that fight. I think he ended up getting stopped the next round. He did not win that fight. He ended up fighting Lamont Peterson. Lamont Peterson just frustrated him the whole time, and he lost that fight. But I do say I believe that Lamont Peterson tested positive for some things which could have led to that victory. But besides that, Amir Khan hasn't beat anyone to say I deserve a shot at Floyd Mayweather. I will say he did get a big win against Devin Alexander. I thought that was going to be a better fight than what it was. Amir Khan, he used his speed, his jab, his foot movement to land shot and not get caught in the exchange. So, to be honest, they both were similar. They both, I believe, had 2 belts. Andre Berto had a couple belts. Amir Khan had a couple belts. They both are fast. I think Amir Khan might be a little bit faster and throw faster combinations. Andre Berto has, I would say, more power. Andre Berto is probably more hittable. Amir Khan has a glass chin. I mean, you can go back and forth on each one of these guys, you know. But before I break down who I would think would be a better fight for them guys, I just remember I did say I'm going to talk about Keith one-time Thurman. I think even at this age, some might disagree. I think Floyd Mayweather will win that fight against Keith one-time Thurman. Keith one-time Thurman, he got good boxing ability. He got good power. You know, he surprised me when he fought Robert Guerrero, you know, in showing his boxing ability, you know, and being able to deal with somebody like Robert Guerrero. But, you know, just in his fights, he is hittable. You know, he is hittable. And against a guy like Floyd Mayweather, who's a master counterpuncher, he will get hit. People want to bring up his power, but if you really think about power, Mayweather has faced the McDonald's, the Canelos, the Cottos, the Pacquiao, the Shane Mosleys, you know, and the list goes on and on and on of power punches. So, I mean, unless you're just trying to say he has a puncher chance or a power puncher chance, okay, you can say that. But in reality, Mayweather done faced, you know, everyone, anything that he can bring to him. I'm not saying that, like you say, he doesn't have a puncher chance, but I just don't think Keith Thurman can actually take this win. He just fought very recently, so for him to take this fight, you know, if he did take this fight, I think for Floyd Mayweather, it'll be bad. Because if you win, you know, the first thing they're going to say is, well, you know, he just had a fight. He was out of one count. He was pretty much rushing to another count. He didn't give his body time to heal, you know, and you know, we need a rematch. We better put in a better performance. So he's in a lose-lose situation. It's already an excuse in the background if Floyd Mayweather win, you know. I think he will win, but there's already something there. I think Keith Thurman needs to have a couple more big fights before he actually can be there. And not just win those fights, but he hasn't got his popularity up to where it should be. Fighting on, you know, CBS, PBS, or ESPN, whatever it is helping, and it is helping a lot of fighters. But I do not believe it's quite where it's at yet to do a pay-per-view draw. Saying that, I do not believe Andre Berto is a good pay-per-view draw as well. But let's get back to Andre Berto and Amir Khan deciding who to fight. After Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, you know, and many people's eyes put on a performance that was less entertaining. less action. I do not believe Amir Khan is the guy to go with at this time. With Amir Khan doing a lot of more movement, a lot of more, moving around, and Floyd Mayweather sticking and moving, I think it'll be a boring fight. So if you think that fight didn't bring the action, why do you think this fight going to bring the action? I think Floyd Mayweather eventually win. I don't think he will knock out Amir Khan. I think Amir Khan will be hurt. He'll do a lot of running at the end, a lot of holding at the end, and Mayweather will get an easy win. And it won't be the action. But the one thing you do have with Andre Berto is you get action. Look at his wins. Look at his losses. All action packed fights. Candidate of the year type fights. So you're going to get that. And the one thing about Andre Berto, unless you knock him out, he's going to get back up, swollen eyes, mouth, and all, and he's going to bring it to you. So I do see why he chose Andre Berto over Amir Khan. Still, even though I see that, I'm not seeing this fight being one of the best seller fights. Obviously, I will watch it because I know what? I got people out there like you depending on me to break this down. But before I go, I would like you guys to take a minute to subscribe. Maybe like, thumbs up, share. This is your boy T, and I'm out.